Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm here with my co-host, Frank Santopadre, and we'll see if I remember the title. This week, it's Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Colossal Obsession.
I have wood.
And yes.
Nicely done.
And we're here once again at Nutmeg Post with our engineer, Frank Verderosa, and our special guest. Most of you remember him from Wings, Steven Weber.
Hi, boys. What are you doing today?
Thanks for sitting in, Steven.
What are you up to?
Look who's coming down the road. It's Steven.
Hey, whoa, Flossie. Whoa, Flossie.
Yes, let's get those coconut shells. Since we've been talking the last time about buddy cop comedies,
yes,
a lot of people have been. Well, did we mention the Running Scared?
We did. Billy Crystal and
there was also Red Heat.
Gregory Hines, yeah, Red Heat with Schwarzenegger
and James Belushi.
Well, we'll fill Steven in about how this started. We actually started talking, and this is right up your alley, about old 70s cop shows.
Yes,
forgotten 70s cop shows like Cannon.
That's right. Longstreet with James Franciscus,
right?
The blind cop,
the blind
right?
detective,
and his dog was named Pax.
I don't remember that, but that's cool. That's cool shit.
And Longstreet, Brown Shoe, and what?
10 Speed and Brown Shoe. Yeah, with Jeff Goldblum.
And we were talking about the terrible idea of finally showing Columbo's wife,
Mrs.
Kate Mulgrew.
That's correct.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah. Like the whole thing that was so much fun was that you heard about her and never saw her.
Her vagina stank of cigar smoke.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So it started out as a conversation about 70s cops and weird 70s cop shows, Mrs. Columbo and Holmes and Yo-Yo.
Oh, my God.
With John Shuck.
Yes.
Oh, John Shuck.
Kinds of weird shit.
And Tenafly.
Tenafly.
With James.
Oh, if you know this, I'll be impressed.
Tenafly. James.
Still with us.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember his last name.
It's an M.
Oh, James
McKeachin. James McKeachin.
He's still alive? Tenafly
He's alive.
Still alive?
He's in 2010 with Roy Scheider. He's the guy. He's the government operative that's sitting on the park bench with Roy Scheider.
Wow.
But he's with us, so we could track him down. Anyway, and that somehow morphed into a conversation about bad buddy cop movies. And we were doing the 70s ones, the good ones, like Freebie and the Bean. And what was the other one? Bustin' with Elliot Gould. Was that Elliot Gould? And Electric Light and Blue with
Robert Blake. That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good movie.
That's an intense film.
And then I remember...
He went on to murder somebody, apparently.
There was Super Cops.
Super Cops
with Ron Liebman.
Correct.
And David...
Somebody.
Wait! Oh, from
Dark Shadows.
Oh, David
Selby. who played Quentin.
Holy
Jesus!
And Angelique. Remember the blonde Angelique?
Lara Parker.
Oh, you face
nice.
She
Jonathan
was also
Jonathan Frid
in
just
the
died.
movie Save the Tiger with Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon
Had both Lara Parker from Dark Shadows and Thayer David. Also from
Thayer
Dark
David, who's
Shadows.
also in Little Big Man, who played Dustin Hoffman, who played Faye Dunaway's wife. I mean, this used to really get me fucking turned on because Faye Dunaway was gorgeous.
Yes.
And there's one where she's bathing Dustin Hoffman and she's like feeling him up. And that's my thing. That's what I like.
Yeah.
To be bathed by Faye Dunaway and see Dustin Hoffman naked. I fucking love that. And Thayer David was his new father, I guess, his adoptive father.
Yeah, Thayer David seemed like at that time he was the modern day Sidney Greenstreet.
Yeah, I guess. But did he ever have that much to do? He was just kind of just walked in and said,
always like
like Peter Bull was another English guy. Peter Bull was kind of a
I remember him.
Well, he's in Dr. Strangelove.
That's
you can see him cracking up in the background.
Peter Bull in Dr. Strangelove.
When Peter Sellers hits his own arm, so it won't, Sieg Heil. Peter Bull in the background, you can see him cracking, and they cut away.
Wow.
Yeah, it's there.
Good stuff. So that's how we got there.
Yeah.
And then we did the TV Cops. That led to the buddy movies. Then we started doing bad buddy movies. Like Turner and Hooch.
And the one with Joe Piscopo and Treat Williams.
I don't even know.
called
where
Dead
they're
Heat.
two cops after zombies. And
Sweet.
Treat
Right.
Williams is bitten by a zombie and he starts turning into a zombie, but they remain cops after the zombies.
And then people started sending us buddy movie, different buddy movies. We talked about it. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with
yes.
Sly and Estelle Getty.
God,
And there was one with Whoopi and a T-Rex.
Theodore Rex.
Right. And there's one with Burt Reynolds and a kid.
Oh, that's right.
Cop and a Half.
and then, of course, Turner and Hooch.
We said that.
You just
With a
said that,
dog.
Gilbert.
And
Are you okay?
K9 with Jim Belushi.
Oh, yes.
And a dog. Anyway, that's where we left
A
off.
lot of
Yeah.
bad Jim Belushi buddy cop comedy.
But Jim Belushi did a good movie with John Ritter, which I thought was like called Hitmen or Something Men or something. Anyway, can't help it. I can't figure it out. But it was pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I like Ritter in that Blake Edwards movie.
S.O.B.?
No, the one with the glow-in-the-dark condoms.
Oh, that's right, with the weightlifter, the blonde weightlifter.
What is the name of
What was
that
her name?
movie? Oh, shit. I can't even think of the name of that movie. It was funny. It was a late Blake Edwards movie. You like Blake Edwards?
I do. Well, look, The Party is one of my favorite
Yeah,
films.
yeah.
But I got to tell you, one of my favorite John Ritter films in which he plays a kind of a bizarrely low-key character is Bad Santa, where he has scenes...
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The manager
with
of
Bernie
the
Mac.
department store.
Yes.
Scenes with Bernie Mac that are so fucking funny.
He's funny.
Where Bernie Mac is describing, because they're describing Billy Bob Thornton's, sodomizing somebody in the dressing room at this department store. And John Ritter's very uptight, kind of give Bernie Mac, who's the store dick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're classic scenes.
And John Ritter's like kind of effeminate.
Very uptight. Yeah. He's probably kind of he's not out. Right?
Yeah.
His character's not out, but he objects to the idea that he said, I'll never S-H-I-T straight again, and all that stuff. Yeah,
He's good in a dramatic part in Sling Blade.
He's great.
Too, John Ritter.
He's a great
Not
actor,
that he
man.
played many dramatic parts.
No.
I cannot think for the life of me of the name of
And
this.
there he was
Blake
an
Edwards
out
movie.
homosexual
What?
in Sling Blade.
That's right.
Blade.
That's right.
Yeah. So you want to talk? This has no theme. This episode,
Has no theme.
which is fine. You want to talk about Twilight Zone episodes? You guys seem to.
Okay.
You guys seem to be
What were we just talking? We were talking about
Ritter.
Ritter.
Buddy
We'll
comedies.
clean this up in the editing, Steve.
I don't care.
See,
I don't give a
that's
shit.
when you've hit that point in your career.
Yeah, I don't care.
where you
Nobody's
say,
listening to this.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? I mean, I've said it so many
Right.
times in these things that I do. Like, nobody's going to see this. Who cares?
I'm just praying I pay the rent this month.
That's it. That's right. That's right. I got to go to the liquor store and cash a check. And my father used to say that to me all the time. Okay, Dad, let's go. I got to cash a
All right,
check.
here's a weird thing. Somebody wrote and said, now people are sending in ideas for Colossal Obsession. Somebody said, do you remember the superhero roast called Legends of the Superheroes
No.
from the 70s with
What?
Charlie Callis?
No.
Do you remember this awful thing?
Oh, God.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Superhero roast.
Really bad with Paul Winchell.
Oh, Paul Winchell, who invented an artificial heart.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
How about that?
See, I mean, people don't remember Paul Winchell.
Jerry Mahoney.
Yeah, Winchell Mahoney
Yeah,
time. Hooray.
Knucklehead Smith.
Hurrah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's Winchell Mahoney time.
Scotty
It's
Whitey Doo-Doo.
Yes,
Correct.
yes. But he did. He invented an artificial heart. And he's forgotten about it.
Forgotten. Yeah.
His daughter's around. She's on Facebook.
Yeah.
April, and maybe we should talk to her.
April Winchell.
Yeah. Yeah, she's Paul Winchell's daughter.
But wait, is she like a casting person or
Yeah,
a producer?
she's a comic. I think she
yes.
might have been a
I think
comic
oh, shit,
at some
man. I think
point.
I worked with her and I didn't even make
And
the
Don
connection.
Adams' daughter was a casting person,
Don Adams,
Cecily
that's right.
Adams.
And Phil Silver's daughter, well, she did a Wings episode. Phil Silver's daughter, yeah. Phil Silvers. I mean, there's another guy that's unbelievable. That's, another movie that kind of has these guys preserved is Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum.
It's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
It was Jack Guilford, who's fucking
Love Jack
hilarious,
Guilford.
man. And Phil
Blacklisted.
Silvers.
Yeah.
Was he blacklisted?
Yeah,
Yes,
and
indeed.
along with another blacklisted actor, Zero
Was
Mostel.
Zero.
Zero Mostel, that's right. I just saw Fiddler on the Roof actually on Broadway now with Danny Burstein, who's fantastic. And I read that when they made the movie of Fiddler in the 70s with Topol, tooth polish. They purposely didn't go with zero because people did not like working with this guy.
That's the truth. That's what Josh told us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that he was so funny because we brought up with Josh Mostel, his son.
Yeah.
That it just seemed like sacrilege that you wouldn't have Zero Mostel immortalized in that part in the film.
Which is why you don't see a lot of Zero Mostel, but he's the Hot Rock.
The Hot Rock is a great movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Fun movie.
Yeah, love that one.
Yeah. George Siegel, Robert Redford,
Ron Liebman.
Rod Liebman.
Wait, was it Moses
Paul Sand?
Yeah, Paul Sand is around.
Paul Sand. He's the one that swallows the...
Hilarious guy.
Yeah.
Paul Sand.
He's still around. I see Paul Sand.
I think I just recently went to an eye doctor and was sitting next to Paul Sand.
You didn't invite him
but
on?
I was too in awe.
Well, Ron Liebman comes in. Ron Liebman's wife, I believe, is Jessica Walter.
That's right, Jessica Walter.
She comes in here to record, Frankie told me. So we have to get Jessica Walter
get two of them.
and Ron Liebman.
Yes.
Because Ron Liebman, where's Papa?
Where's Papa? Fantastic. And
funny
all Super
actor.
Cops. Yeah.
Funny actor.
You talk about you're sitting at the eye doctor next to Paul Sand. I once went to a dentist in L.A., and this guy actually was not a great dentist, but sitting in the waiting room or just finishing was Buddy Hackett.
Oh, my God.
Who was doing shtick in the waiting room and actually had in a crumpled tissue one of his teeth had fallen out, and he decided to tell me. I knew who it was, obviously. It was just some guy. Hey, kid, look what he got in there. And it was disgusting. I wanted to retch, but I was thrilled. It was Buddy Hackett. But he opened up a tissue, and there's a bloody tooth in it. Disgusting. Disgusting, I said. And I went to. They were doing. They did The Producers out in L.A. and the show, the musical, and Jace Alexander and Martin Short did it.
Oh, okay.
And it was a big event, and everybody was there. And I, at intermission, went to the bathroom, and who's there doing shtick in the fucking bathroom at this theater? Red Buttons.
Oh, my God.
Standing, doing his act.
Aaron Schwat.
Let me tell you, Aaron Schwat was really hilarious. But ancient. These guys can't stop. They can't stop.
Funny man. See, this is the thing we were talking about, and these are the guys we missed out on.
You missed out.
No Hackett, no Red Buttons.
Here's what I thought I remember was really sad. I once got invited to this event called the Big Brothers benefit that they used to hold in L.A. That was really one of those, like they always talk, if a bomb hit a place, showbiz.
Right.
In this thing, they would, people would go on stage and do shtick, and it had everybody in show business was there. And I remember Red Buttons refused to go on the one that I was at because last year he had gone on and had done so great that he was afraid he wouldn't be able to live up to it.
Wow. But is this the event that not your nemesis, because I'm a big Howard fan too. Dice Clay, wasn't Dice Clay at one of these things and he killed?
Oh,
this is early on. You know what I'm talking about?
I think probably.
It was one of these events where it was all the old guard was there.
Oh my God! It was everybody.
Yeah. Anyway,
no theme to this episode, guys. It's round robin.
Themeless.
That's what I like about it.
You like it. It's loose and free form.
Like we're sitting in the steam room at the
just like it
at the club at the at the Friars Club.
Oh yeah,
the Friars.
Yes.
Disgusting.
Yes.
They still have a Friars Club here?
Oh yeah.
Not too far from here.
There's still guys walking around with towels and their balls hanging out, sitting on other guys' balls,
hanging around their ankles.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Elaine May before,
and
I just saw a New Leaf. Which I hadn't seen in many, many years, and it's terrific. Yeah. So before we wind this down, just throw at us an unsung movie from the 70s that you love, that not a lot of people talk about.
Okay, here's one. It's called Emperor of the North. And Emperor of the North is with Lee Marvin.
Robert Aldrich movie.
And okay, is it?
Yeah.
And Ernest Borgnine.
That's a good one.
And Lee Marvin plays a hobo called the King or something like that. And it's in the 30s during the Depression, and And Ernest Borgnine plays a psychopathic train conductor named Shaq or something like that, who hates when hobos hitchhike or hop freights, and he has this sledgehammer and he beats the shit out of it. But Lee Marvin is going to ride Shaq's train to the end, and so it's about them. And I remember being a horny young man. There's one sequence where he climbs off, where Lee Marvin is on top of the train car, and he's got to get off before the train comes into the station, and he's climbing down, and he climbs past this car where a woman is shaving her armpits. And she's topless, of course, because in the 70s,
right, of course you got to get it in.
Oh, my God. It was heaven,
That's
anyway,
a good film.
That's a movie. Emperor of the North.
That's a good film.
Oh.
Also, another one called Hard Times.
I remember.
Hard Times with Bronson
and
James
Oh,
Coburn.
my God.
Strother Martin.
Also good.
Yes.
Also good.
He's you. Strother, you could do the one-man show of Strother Martin. He's a fucking great actor, this guy. Amazing actor.
Yeah. And he was the one with the classic movie line.
What we have here is a failure to communicate.
That's it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's a damn good Strother Martin.
He was great. But in Hard Times, Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah.
And in Hard Times, he plays this guy he's the cut man.
Yep.
He's the guy who was a morphine addict. He said, I had a little trouble with morphia or something like that.
And Charles Bronson is basically a street fighter.
Yeah.
That they hired. People place bets.
That's right. That's bare knuckle fighter, illegal bare knuckle.
Like that
It's
movie.
a more intelligent Charles Bronson movie than what he had been doing.
The Mechanic's a good Charles Bronson.
Oh,
movie
yeah.
It's good too.
with,
Jan Michael Vincent.
Vincent.
You should get Jan Michael Vincent in here.
He's around.
Oh yeah.
I don't.
You'll
know
have to
if he
lay
knows
down some
his own
newspaper.
name.
I know.
You want to throw an unsung movie from the 70s out? Something.
Oh God!
Something-
I mean, here's one of my old favorites, and I've spoken about this before, and that I love the Burt Lancaster film, The Swimmer.
Oh, The Swimmer. The Swimmer, based on the
I think
John
that's the
Cheever
60s, though.
Yes.
60s. John Cheever, The Swimmer. Kid, come here.
Pretty good.
I'm going to go from door to door, from house to house, in my bathing suit, and I'm going to swim.
It's pretty good.
That's it.
Yeah.
You should do the Osborne show, the Essentials that Gilbert did. Pick some movies because you're such a buff.
And the music was what's it? Marvin Hamlish.
Marvin Hamlish.
Right, Marvin
Yeah.
Hamlish.
That's a haunting film. I love
Odd.
They can't make those films anymore.
No.
And if they did make them, they'd never make it to theaters.
No.
I guess not.
It's the
Too
60s,
bad.
but I'll give it to you.
Yeah, late 60s.
I'm gonna throw one at both of you that I saw recently down at Film Forum called Prime Cut. Since you brought up Lee Marvin,
Prime
yes.
Cut.
with Gene Hackman.
Oh my God!
Gene Hackman plays a killer and a mob boss named Marianne.
Wow. Okay.
And Lee Marvin is a guy trying to get revenge and save the life of a nude Sissy Spacek.
I'm there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Terrific revenge picture.
I've got a movie called Scarecrow.
Oh, yeah.
With Al Pacino,
and Gene Hackman.
Also good.
And,
Terrific.
And this great actor I used to love named Richard Lynch. And Richard Lynch,
Which he had that
he was
bad
burned.
skin. Yeah.
Well,
Richard Lynch.
because he actually apparently the story was that he was one of these fucking idiots that set himself aflame in protest of something.
Oh, jeez.
Wow, I didn't know that.
That's what I'd read.
Good
who
stuff.
knows? Great stuff. Yeah. And who who put him out? Bill Hickey.
No
Bill Hickey put
kidding.
him out.
It's a callback to
Bill
the
Hickey,
full
he's
episode.
fucking everywhere, Bill Hickey. That's a good movie.
And he made use of his damaged skin.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he'd always wind up as villains or monsters.
Kind of
He
a
was
modern-day
handsome, but
Skelton
kind of-
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
He's a modern-day Skelton Nags.
Skelton.
Oh, that's the name that I had no
I
idea.
know, I just threw it
Oh,
out.
yeah.
He pulled it out
If
of
you saw him, you'd know.
You know him if you saw him. We'll show him to you after we finish.
Skelton Eggs.
Wow.
I call him Skelton Knags. I like it better.
Eggs.
Here's another good one from the 70s just to take with you. The Day of the Locust.
Oh, yes.
Donald Sutherland.
As Homer
Yeah,
Simpson.
John
That's
Schlesinger
right.
movie.
Yes.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah,
That's right.
which I just watched.
Day of the Locust.
Yeah.
Day of the Locust.
I've been overdosing on 70s movies,
guess
just buying
so.
them for $2
Oh,
at that
yeah.
store downstairs
They're
and just
great.
blowing through them.
Yeah.
One after I just got Assault on Precinct 13.
And The Last Detail.
That is a fucking brilliant movie. Hal Ashby And Jack Nicholson, young Carol Kane, Randy Quaid, Otis Young.
Otis Young.
Okay. And that is some amazing movie that holds up like crazy, Last Detail.
Yes, it's good.
And it is when Jack Nicholson was this kind of lean, mean actor, right?
That's when Jack Nicholson was still Jack Nicholson.
Oh, yeah. He was really quiet.
Before Jack Nicholson later on became, I think, Gomer, Barney Fife.
Yeah.
Because it became that kind of voice.
It's interesting. He turned into Don Knotts.
Yeah.
That's your theory.
That's it. Yeah, I think he became
right.
Don Knotts.
Ghost Mr. Chicken.
Yeah, it's like
Jack Nicholson.
Andy as a lawman. And I always thought that's what Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson did an Andy Griffith episode.
He did?
Two
of them.
2 episodes.
You are good, sir.
Who did he play?
Yes.
You are good.
Two Andy Griffiths. One.
Oh, wow.
He's with. They're
cousin,
the couple.
Cousin?
The couple who leaves their baby.
That's right.
By itself.
Right.
Good.
And the one where it's basically 12 Angry Men.
Right.
Where Aunt B is on the jury, and she's the one who believes in Jack Nicholson's innocence.
Wow.
About stealing a TV set.
Wow.
He knows too much. He knows too
interesting.
much.
That's right.
And speaking of Andy Griffith and 70s movies, Hearts of the West.
Hearts
with
of the
Jeff
West.
Bridges.
Hearts of the
my
West.
God,
That's right.
yes.
Check it out.
Right.
Check it out. That was fun.
I enjoyed that very much.
And, so I'm Gilbert.
Wrap it up, Gilbert. in the way that you do. Okay.
Where I turn into Jimmy Durante. Okay. All right. I'm Gilbert Gottfried. This has been Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert and my co-host, Frank Santopadre. Gilbert and Frank's amazing, colossal obsessions with our special guest, actor Steven Weber.
Thank you, Stephen. You're a very patient fellow.
I have to be with you boys.
Bye-bye.